Hey guys, this is my third video for Painted Desert. I just thought I'd better get one done. And so what we're going to work on a little bit today is getting in the basic color of this area here, which is a lot like the red we have here. So we'll just jump in and start. Again, I'm looking at a picture and our goal is not to make an exact replica of this. Our goal is to come up with a picture that we personally enjoy. Okay. Do a little bit in here. That. We're going to get in here, down to that edge there. There's a lot of dark areas in here. A lot of little angles and things that we'll get when we go back in with the black. Do a little bit here. Alright, so here we go. We'll throw a little bit light layer of red in there, a little bit up in here, just to fade it a little. There we go, that's what we're looking at right there. It looks good on the camera. Okay. I'm going to take our friend the yellow. I'm also going to quick grab a rag so I can clean things up. I'm cleaning off my yellow a little bit so when I go to blend in, it works a little better for me. Let's see, looks like we got a little yellow down in here. So I'll make maybe a little more up on this point here. Kind of fades. Got a little bit in here. Alright, now we're going to go in with our turpentine here and get things to work for us a little bit. Just get a touch of turpentine, shake it off on there. We don't need a ton. Just need to start moving our colors around. Remember, we can only put so much turpentine on the surface before we have to let it dry a little, which is not a bad thing. And you can use more turpentine, you're just going to get more of a watercolor wash look, and that's fine. It's kind of pretty right in there. So I'm going to zoom in so you can see a little bit better. So let's see if we can angle this. That's pretty good. We get a little more turp on here. Kind of blend things around. I'm not going to say a whole lot. Just going to kind of go in and work these areas. Now I'm going to go back in with my oil pastel, which is right here. I'm going to go right to my base area here. Kind of work that in. There we go. Okay, looking pretty decent here. Now I'm going to go back in with my brush. Kind of tighten things up a little. Oh, got a little too much turp right in that area. And that happens. Well, I'm not going to get too worried about it. We'll make it work. It might not be exactly what I imagined, But generally I find that now, in this part of my life, what I imagined usually isn't as good as what happens. It took me a lot of years to get to that point. It used to be I couldn't create even close to what I could imagine. Now that's all changed. And I have to say a lot of that is focusing on drawing, thinking about doing another You Draw What I Draw tomorrow maybe. Start a new project in that area. It's always good to work on your skills. Now I'm going to take just a touch of black, kind of put in some shadow areas and some peaks. So we're looking at right here maybe. There's a little bit of a shadow area. And then we got another one here. Yeah, it kind of comes like that, and then it kind of goes like so. Then we got a whole big chunk of it. I gotta make sure I'm in the right place. I think that whole big shadow is right there. It's not super dark, but it is there. There we go. Got a little notch here that needs to be put in. That looks pretty decent. We got another one, look like right in here. And it kind of comes underneath here, makes a cut. So those are black areas that I'm looking at. Now I'm going to go in with some yellows. A little bit of yellow here. Got some yellow along the base here. We're just building up our color layers so that we can make things work a little better for us. Some yellow here. Want to be careful of getting the yellow too close to the black areas. Probably going to want to throw in some browns, some yellow up in here, like so. Okay, there we go. We're right at about 7 minutes, so we're going to keep working. I'm going to take some turp and work some shadow areas. Always a little tricky. I'm going to get most of the turpentine off my brush by just shaking it over the container. We'll just start blending this out a little. And we can always go back in. Okay. Like this. A little bit more over here. Throw. And you can kind of push the color, like I want the color on this edge here. So I just kind of push it around until I get what I want. Don't really much care for that idea there. I think we'll try to fade that out a little bit. There we go. Now it's starting to do what I want it to do. Not quite, but we're getting close. There we go. This time I took some of the turp off this rag. I just wiped it right on there before I ever put it on there. And it gives me a little more control over my color. Maybe that's what I ought to do a little more of. So I'm going to wipe it. I just dipped it. Now I wiped a little bit. I'm going to go back in and work this edge. See if I can get that to do what I want. And I'm going to go in here. Like that. Hope you guys have been doing good. I'm going to go in and add a little red in here. And I try to deepen that red a little bit. like that. Yeah, I'll do the same thing up in here. Hope everybody's been doing good in these crazy times. I know I miss all of you. Bruce, I hope you're enjoying this video. Jedi, I hope you get a chance to watch some of my stuff too. Miss you guys a lot. Can't wait till we can actually all get together again and in person. The one thing this has done for me is it's made me much more technology aware. Go back in with some red here. And I forgot to clean that red, so it's a little darker than I think I'd normally like. That's alright though, we'll make it work. A little bit rough. Not too bad though. Okay, I'm going to go in and kind of fade these out a little. These areas in here, like right up in here, that's going to be a green. Okay. I'm going to zoom in just a little closer so you can get a better look at what I'm trying to accomplish. You know, get a little more terp. Clean it on the rag. Incidentally, my rag is just a dirty, just an old sock that nobody wears anymore around here. You don't have to have anything fancy or special or expensive to do art. You know, you just got to have the desire to learn new things and patience with yourself to let you practice and get it right. Sometimes you can get it right first go, other times you got to have 501 goes. And on the 501st, you get it figured out. So just be patient with yourself. If you get it the first go, that's great. If you don't, that's great too. It's just a chance for you to challenge yourself, make yourself a little better. And that's what we're all about. Yeah, this is starting to come together now. Yeah. I'm going to try something in here. This stuff's a little too dark for me. So I'm going to take my rag and see what happens here. Oh, that's not bad. It's kind of a nice purpley color there. It's kind of faded out. I like that. You can also blend with your other tools. It doesn't have to be a paintbrush. It can be an old sock. So, you know, kind of evening things up with the old sock. That's looking pretty decent. Anyway, I'm going to hit this with a little more yellow in spots. First, I'm going to clean the yellow. Any accidental whoopsies. Put in there. Kind of highlight that area. Might take a little brown in here ever so often. Just kind of give it. There. Cool. Now I know that a lot of times painted deserts have these striped colors. I'm not done with that yet. Just trying to lay in the base here. So we are at 14 minutes. I'm going to go for a couple more minutes and then we'll call it good for today. We'll probably start in here tomorrow and then we're going to start in with our greens in a couple of days. I just kind of wanted to see how these reds are going to work together. And I'm liking what I'm seeing. I am going to have to throw in, it looks like, a little more red up in this top part here. Right there. Back in and we do that. I've got quite a bit more red right in here, right on this edge. Put that in. Come up like that. You know, a little bit, quite a bit more red right in here. Okay. That is working out all right. I like that. Like that. Let me take a little turp and blend these new red areas in. So, turp brush. Pick up my rag here. Now I'm dipping it, just dipping the brush basically into the turpentine. Then I take it with the rag and I clean most of it off. I don't press real hard, and that allows me a little more control over moving this pigment around. If I have too much turp, it gets too watercolory for this refined stuff and it spreads everywhere. And then it becomes frustrating. So, in order to keep the frustration level down, I'm going to try to control the amount of turpentine I use. Now, there we go. Looks pretty good. So this is what we have so far. I'll zoom out so you can see it. And there we go. It's coming along pretty well. I really think I'm enjoying this. Oh, I did see a spot over here. I'm going to throw a little more red in right here on this edge over here, because it just needs a little bit more. Just kind of speckle it in. I'm not going to... Okay, throw a little turp on. Again, we got the turp on the brush. We wipe the brush just gently with the rag to give us more control over spreading the color around. It's not so watercolory. Looks like I need a little bit more. That's all right. There we go. Okay, guys, this is going to be it for now. Stay patient, stay creative, be smart, use common sense, and know that there's an old art teacher out here that loves you. And I can't wait to see you guys, and I hope you enjoyed the video.